Hello, hello! I'm so used to starting on the main Minecraft stream. Look at that, ooh, spooky for Halloween. I'm excited to show off this world a little. I feel like there's definitely a few people who have come around recently who have not yet seen my vanilla multiplayer world, so Junimo Hut it is. Oh, I was AFKing this farm last. Look at my good little children. One. Are there 3 of you in that corner? Okay. Scare my armadillos. That looks like a wandering trader. Well, at one point there was a wandering trader. Wonder where he was. Don't see another llama. I AFK'd here for a while though, so that llama could be literally anywhere. But yes, welcome. I don't have a particular plan per se, but I do want to show off a little bit of this world to people who haven't seen it. Oh, I really need to be over here. But also just spend a little time on one of my new builds. Figured I'm working on a new like a castle build over the ocean, and I'd like to do some stuffs on that. So we shall see how that goes. I guess my 12-hour stream was the last time that I was on here. Usually do a lot of this stuff myself, but yeah, this is where we're at. So this is my main base. And we've got a bunch of stuff going on up here, and then my new castle's over here over the ocean, which we'll see if it stays like that, but that's where we're at now. So right now I want to get... Whoops, that's not where... Wait, where is this? Oh my word! Oh my good lord. Alright. place in here. Oopsies. Well, that was cool. Alright, well... guess I need to go fix up this wall. We'll definitely need some more bricks. So we want... okay. And then we need more bricks. Is this all properly lit up now? Huh. I don't usually leave spots like this open. I usually fill it in with blocks, but I guess I didn't here, so not that this needs to be lit up because it's only one block high, but just in case. Interesting. I'd forgotten that I had left that open. Alright, let's go get the rest of the wall blocks. Usually if I hear a mob near my base, I'm like, what? Because it doesn't happen all that often. But... that's okay, because I can really easily fix it. Okay. There we go. It doesn't even need to be that well fixed. Eventually there's going to be a waterfall in here, and this will all need to be changed, so... at this moment, it just needs to not have mobs spawning. Is this also open in here? Yeah, but I, like, properly lit this up. Alright. Well, go me. Go past me. Interesting decisions that I made. That's alright. Okay, cool. That was a nice random little thing to get fixed up. Okay. So... let's get all this dumped out. And... we will... I don't know. So right now, the biggest things I wanted to do was a little bit of a tour. Like, show off what's all here. I also need to move the skeleton horses that are here. Because I have 3 of them. To the skeleton horse area. But... alright, well, let's start off with a little tour. Wait. I'm out of rockets. Please hold. Let's go get rockets first. Whee! I'll also do a lot of, like, super daring flying in this world because I'm, like, really used to, like, just where everything is, so I will definitely be a little more, daring than my hardcore world, that's for sure. First of all, I actually want to get a screenshot of this. I haven't gotten our new screenshot of the, like, base in a long time. Actually, let's do one even better. Let's do... we'll fly without anything. We'll do a fun screenshot of my base because I'm really quite proud of it. I haven't gotten a nice new screenshot since I've done a little bit of work. Woo! Nice. Alright, let's dump that in my Discord for myself. That's a nice screenshot of my base. Alright. So, first of all, this is my storage area. It's also known as my main base. It changed in the last 2 years. It was a big build that I did probably in 2023 mostly, which it's funny to think about. But basically, like, this big outer building is a, it's gonna be, the goal was, like, to make it a museum. Kind of taking a page out of Tanisha's book where I'm like, oh, I want to make a place to, like, put every block in the game kind of thing. I'll probably do something very similar to that. I liked the idea of having kind of like an outer ring building. Right now it's not being used basically at all. The middle ring is my storage. So that was like very intentional. I made this massive, like without a particular plan in mind, but I wanted a big like entry door area. So this is the second floor, but it's like all copper brick. So the copper's new. I recently just redid this floor, but the walls I really wanted to challenge myself with brick and granite, and that. So brick and granite are the main ones, and then I did quartz like rings around each like level, which was really cool. And then we did a stone base with a moat, which I really like. The moat was my husband's idea, and I really loved that to make it feel like it was like kind of protected or whatever. The outer building is mud, so I wanted it to be different but the similar style. So see, it's like this like ring pattern. Like if you actually follow it, it goes kind of all the way around. It was really fun to wrap my head around that. I wanted the storage middle building to be taller than the outer ring. This is not a public server. This is SMP with my friends. Thanks for asking though. Welcome in. So this is made of packed mud bricks, and regular bricks, which was a fun challenge. I like how it looks from a distance, and I think the variated brick texture that I'm using from Vanilla Tweaks makes a huge difference. It's definitely a favorite of mine now. Then I did stone bricks for like the connection points. This building, glass roof, lots of quartz, which was really fun. Can you join somehow? You cannot. Thank you for asking though. I wanted to use bone blocks because I liked the white, and then I did like a green. This may end up having carpet over it, but I wanted to do the green. I liked adding the green in, and I actually just recently added this window. So I'm kind of trying to work on this area of my build. But now this floor, I kind of made it a library. So we have like library that you can see from the middle. You can kind of see it all the way around. I liked the bookshelves. Again, I'm using a variated like bookshelves from Vanilla Tweaks, which brings in a lot of detail, which I really like. I also have done like minimal decorating, but the copper floor was a big difference, so I may end up adding a little more decoration, but I liked using the pinks. I thought the pinks went really well with the granite and the bricks. So that's really fun. And then I like the copper grates as kind of a nice little change of pace. And plus you can see the quartz on the outside through the copper grates on this side, which is fun. Each entrance, welcome in, Riz. Yo, no kill, welcome in. I'm giving a tour, so if you haven't seen this, I get to show it off, so I'm enjoying that. So this outer ring, right now, it doesn't have much in it, though I do have a librarian villager. He was a zombie. Oh, I thought you ran away. What did he have? He has loyalty 1, so he's not anything special. You're gonna ask, I'm already on a server. Yeah, no, thank you. I already am on a server. I'm actually on quite a few servers, but I appreciate it. But yeah, this is a multiplayer SMP that I play with a bunch of my friends. So it's been, the world itself has existed since 2021, I think. We've had it for quite a few years. After disappointing track, we're taking a break. Yeah, I want to do the SMP tour. I keep talking about it, and I was like, I should actually show it off to all of you guys who haven't seen it before. Yo, Sora, welcome in. So yeah, this is actually a great example of some of the detail I want to bring to the library, where like these are just the walls that you can see from the outside, but in here I've kind of like built out library bits. I put my villager in here. I'd like to eventually have another villager, maybe a little villager breeder, so I could have like a bunch of librarians in the library. I love my circles. I really do. So yeah, this was like a concept. I also have a clock. I believe my clock is on both sides here. I forget though. Oh yeah, I have a clock on both sides. So I really liked the clock design. I didn't want to have a door on this side because you can't like leave that way. But yeah. It is Halloween for me yet. It is Halloween. Oh, is Halloween not till the evening or something? But yeah, so I was given the tour. So we're on floor. We've only done floor 2 right now, so you haven't missed too much. Then we come out. This second floor. So this was a really fun design for me. So this second floor like came because of the first floor. So let's go out so I can walk in the front door, and then I'll like explain the connection points, because I put a lot of thought into this building, and I'm like really proud of it. So if we come down here, the first floor starts by this big bridge, which this is actually one of the big things I wanted to show off, was that I've made this bridge go down and connect to the rest of my area. So this is the first floor. Again, I haven't done much with this outer building yet, but I really liked the block palette, and it's a slightly different set of textures from the middle building. So we've got the mud instead of the granite, but they feel like they're meant to be together. They're similar style, and I really like the bridge. And then this is a kind of an inside server joke, but I'll explain it to you. Basically, we have a COD god who sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. Guessing you managed to check up on the cart cursedry? Did I? I'm not sure what that means. For the tightening up. Oh yeah, I have a lot of walls going on in here. But yeah, this is the COD god. I've locked him up so that he can't spew COD anymore. It's a long story, but basically that's who this is. I keep a box of crap here so that if I ever need to like empty my inventory and I'm not immediately gonna organize it into my storage, that's what that is. We've got oh, you know what? I haven't even had a chance to look at that yet. I did see them, but it's been a busy couple of days. We've got mac and cheese guarding the entrance. God, do elaborate. Okay, so in the first vanilla SMP that I had with my friends, the server would randomly dump COD into your inventory. And it was just like a thing that happened. We didn't completely know why. My co-server owner, I think, probably set that up. And so it kind of became a thing. Anytime you'd come on, you'd end up with COD in your inventory, and it was like a whole thing. And sometimes it would be manual, and then eventually it was like, it would happen on a schedule, and then for a while, COD would rain from the sky. It hasn't worked in a bit, so I'm not sure if that just broke, but I locked him up so that he couldn't do that anymore. So this here was the big like purpose around this building. It is a storage building. Like that was my goal. I didn't want to have automated storage. I really like manually, I really liked manually sorting things. So just like, oh, I forgot to actually show this in my hardcore world when I was streaming the other day, but I put blocks on the ground to explain what's in each one. So these 4 are dirt. These are moss, mycelium, whatever this block is called, coarse dirt, grass, podzol. I actually just switched dirt and grass because I realized I had more dirt than grass anyway. So I kind of like planned where everything went, and then I have a nice walkway with lights, and you can see the ceiling looks really good. I just updated this to the copper, and I put copper bulbs in the floor. It's super nice change. But you can go around and see I have a couple of empty, like this is completely empty. I just moved tough the other day because now we have the new tough blocks on the server. But I have given myself storage, like basically a set of 5 double chests for each block. And some like this, I've given 10 double chests, which maybe wasn't necessary, but I have a ton of space, so everything I've manually sorted. So like this is my calcite, we've got smooth basalt, we've got so like I have literally anything you could want. And there are a couple of exceptions of blocks where, oh, that's not the exception, where like this is glowstone, so I've got glowstone here, I've got glowstone dust, and then I also have shroom lights. Like shroom lights doesn't have its own set of blocks. That's one of the things that over some of the other servers I've been on where I've made similar styles of storage areas, I've started realizing like it sometimes makes sense to group blocks together and not give them like a stack of double chests because it's a little too much. But I really like that I kind of have like a little bit of storage for everything. Like some of the things I never expected is like I've like filled 3 full double chests of packed ice because I cleared out a yo foofs, enjoy your work, lurk. I cleared out some like an ice, what is it? Iceberg biome or whatever to put my guardian farm. So I ended up with a lot of ice. Also, I absolutely miss my like max gear when I go to my hardcore world. I always miss it. But this world I've been on for so long that like it's a different level of gear. But yeah, so then I kind of have a bit of everything. Like, clearly I haven't done much with Skulk. There's very little in here, but I have a little bit. It's been fun. I even made myself a calibrated skulk sensor. I haven't messed with that too much. I literally have buckets of fish. I buy them from the wandering traders. So I literally have like buckets of pufferfish and stuff. And this is from, like, I have an actual like guardian farm. So I actually have like tons of prismarine and stuff. But then we just added this section here. So I actually have like tough, smooth, tough bricks, because that was from me clearing out a trial chamber. Not clearing out yet, but going and finding a trial chamber. We also have each glass type with panes at the bottom, glass at the top, which sometimes it's overkill, and sometimes, like regular glass, I actually have made like a full double chest of glass. So a lot of these are like definitely overkill. I have a bit of tinted glass, and like clearly this is way too much space, but it's really nice to have. But it's a lot of space, and then I look at things like the arrows, and I literally have like the whole arrows thing filled. So dependent on the storage, it's a lot, and sometimes it's really nice. So like in here, I have organized the different types of copper blocks that exist. I don't have, actually, oh, I have doors down here. Like this is all, whatever this chiseled cut copper. I have a bunch of that. Probably a bit of yeah, it's, so fun fact, the netherite chest actually has my emerald ore as well. So it was more like, so it has very little, and then I've got my netherite at the bottom. Same with diamond, to be honest. It's way overkill for the diamond, but it is nice to be able to keep, it's kind of nice to just have it stored. Someday if I go crazy looking for diamond, but then things like redstone, excuse me, like redstone, I have quite a bit of ore. I haven't broken it down. Yeah, exactly. Symmetry is the big thing for me. So, like, I've kept some raw gold, but again, I, like, some of it's overkill. It's nice to have the different ore types, though. I've been saving, like, at this point now, I have a lot of ore. Like, that's kind of the big thing for me. This is now empty. This is where copper was, so eventually I'll probably sort and move things. But the big thing for me is that I have a crap ton of coal ore. So, that by itself is a lot. Oh, yeah, and that's my deep slate coal ore. So, but as you can see in here, like, these are all completely empty. So I still have a ton of extra chests that, like, I can organize, sort, and move things as it becomes, like, this is all empty here. And this side is, like, the most overkill ever. Like, I have an entire set of chests for black concrete powder, which it looks like at this moment I have none of. Like, I have, like, this was totally incorrect use of space, but I like how it looks, so I've left it. Now, I will say, terracotta, I actually have done a lot to get terracotta. Like, so brown terracotta I've almost filled. Because I've actually gone and, like, spent time getting terracotta from our mesa. So I actually have a lot of some types of terracotta. Like, yellow is a good example. I've got a bunch. Orange is a good example. I've almost filled all of my orange chests. So eventually I probably will, for some of these, I'll probably add glazed terracotta its own stack. So like it's more sorted. I actually have the space to do that. So I could actually continue this around and like add the glazed terracottas in. But I really liked how this looked. I like the symmetry. I also have, like, legitimately have a ton of regular terracotta. You couldn't make blocks of it. I can't even imagine. I'm so glad that that's not true. But yeah, so this is the, so oh yeah, so that's concrete powder, terracotta, and then we have all the wood types, which is going to be annoying when we have to add the pale garden wood, because I don't have space for it. I like planned this around this wood and this wood coming in, like those we hadn't had on the server yet. I planned it, and now I have to think of another one, so cool. But this is really nice because each wood type has space for the logs, and then I usually have stripped or any other like log variants. Like I have the stripped like wood. So this is log, this is like the wood. So I've got like all that kind of. Now the only time that it makes sense, okay, no worries on the lurk. The real only time, like, my spruce logs are crazy. I have so many. I actually, like, typically farm those. I need to work on filling up the rest of these, but I have a lot of these chests are overkill, but it's been really nice. But they're overkill until you look at things like, this is my stone. Welcome in, Desco. Like, my stone is full. And I actually have I'll show you I have like overflow storage for things that are too much for the main area. But this is, when you walk through the storage, you now have my main, like this is my main base area. So this is, I've decorated the edges all the way around. So each one kind of gets its own thing. Thank you for the follow. So this is like, we're doing right now a tour of my like survival SMP world. So if you haven't been here and ever seen it, like this is, you'll get kind of the whole view of what's here. So right now we're in my main storage building / base. So this, I've gotten to do a lot of decorating, which has been a lot of fun to kind of figure out how I want things to look. And then this is my nether portal, which I really loved, adding all the different wood types and making a little gradient. You don't usually come back here, but I have it blocked off so I don't have piglins running around my base because they annoy me. And then this wall, I have all my old armor sets. So I have like a full armor set here. I have all my different music discs that I've been collecting. And sometimes you get that trident noise because way below my base, there's apparently a cave that trident zombies can spawn and then they attack axolotls. So just ignore that noise. It's whatever. I can't do anything about it. But I just made turtle helmets for the first time, so I'm wearing a turtle helmet. So beautiful. And these are all of the buried treasures that I've personally gone and gotten. I always fill out the map and I save them, and then I put them up on the wall. I have also made, I forget what other thing, I don't think I have much storage in here, but I like wanted this to look really cool. It was after these bookshelves were added, I wanted to like make a kind of a library, but also have it be useful. So I have like buried treasure maps that I haven't finished. Actually, I can I'll move these out of here. And from updates that we've done, they end up being called unknown maps, but they're treasure maps. But I think some of these had something else in them. I don't remember. Honestly, I have so much storage in this world that sometimes I lose track of stuff. I labeled this chest because I forgot I put my music discs in here and panicked after I went to the trial chamber and got a new music disc and was like, shoot, I don't know where all of my music discs are. But then this middle storage area, we've got, you know, our, whatever these are called, furnaces that I can run all my stuff through. So I usually run anything that I need to smelt goes straight in here. We have, and then any other storage stuff that we have, we put in here. So like, this is all of my leads, and this is all my totems, and this is my candles, and then we've got like saddles, iron horse armor, gold horse armor, and diamond horse armor. I don't think we have anything else in here. I don't always label the chests, but typically if they have like something specific, I'll try and label them. Each corner also has an ender chest and a crafting bench, which is really nice. We have an auto smelter downstairs, which I'd like to make more automatic. Right now, if you put more than a chest worth of items, it doesn't work quite right, but it's okay. It was a good start. So I have a fuel input here and an auto smelter input. Those go right down to that goes down to like my actual thing. I have like rails, fancy rails, as I call them. Mine carts of all different types, nothing in there right now. I have like ladders, scaffolding. Like I tried to keep things kind of separated that didn't really ever have a good home elsewhere. Sometimes these barrels at the bottom have things in them. Those ones don't. I also have 2 sets of these. So we've got the food smelter, whatever these are called, blast furnace smoker. I think those are the words. And I'll sometimes put food and items in here, but I won't run them right away. I'll just kind of lock them. And sometimes I use these, sometimes I don't. Then we also have another ender chest, and I threw cake down here apparently. Another crafting bench. So I kind of keep the bits that I need. This is all food. So we've got cooked chicken, we've got raw cod, as I was saying about the cod god, apples, like just everything. Anything you could think of pretty much has a home here. These 2 have random miscellaneous items in them, like my extra end crystals. Actually, that can go in there. Like that, this kind of has become the dumping point for stuff. Like I have a ton of ominous banners, like those just kind of end up in there. This is my main like bed base. So I literally pretty much always sleep here if I think about it. And then this is where I store all of my extra chests, all of my extra like job blocks for villagers. I try and keep them here so I know where they are. So if I come back from a journey and I've gotten a bunch, I like dump them all in there. But I keep like all my light sources, sticks, which seems crazy, but I always have sticks and I always need sticks, so having like a special place for them. But then we've got green dye, squid ink, all the rest of the dyes, glow squid ink, like all of my smithing templates, plus we have all the pottery sherds in here. So I like wanted to keep those kind of easy to find, plus any extra things that don't really have a home yet. And then again, this is another weird mix of stuff that's just nice to have on hand. Speaking of which, there are my glow item cards, my wither skeleton skulls, whatever. So this is kind of the place. Then we've got our maps that I've filled in. So I have a trial chamber map, I have a woodland mansion map, and I have this is actually what ended up becoming my farm. So I actually have a guardian farm here at this location. So these maps for me were really fun to like get them from a villager, actually go to that location, fill in the map, and then keep them up on the wall. I love maps in Minecraft. That's just a thing that I adore. So this, speaking of maps, is a map that I made. I worked a little bit on my 12-hour stream. We built this pixel art. We've built this on stream as well. These are characters from two of my favorite games, Sea of Stars and The Messenger. So that's another place. I will fly us over there eventually during this like tour time. But also if you see something that I haven't mentioned, like tell me and I'll show you around more. I don't want to miss anything. But up here is the 3rd floor. And right now this floor is specifically for people in my community to put their names on the wall. So right now we have 5 people. And you can, like, what's the word? You can use your channel points to put your name up here in my storage system. So if you haven't done that and you'd like to, please feel free. That's a perk for my people, and eventually I'll do some more decoration up here. But this is like just the 3rd floor, and I wanted it to be kind of a community area. So I might eventually put a little armor stand between each one or something fun like that. Turn on or off the llama. Let's go. Llama has joined the party. But there's nothing else up here right now, and this kind of is definitely unfinished. I'd like to do a little more on this floor. But I kind of got to the 3rd floor and went, I don't know what else I want to do with the building. I want to have a 3rd floor, and I like how the 2nd floor looks, but I haven't figured out what's next. With the new copper blocks, I feel like I'll probably do like a revamp, but I really like kind of the symmetry of this build and just the way the circle ended up looking. I love the open top. I was actually super worried when I finally put a roof on this place that like I would hate having to fly in the front door because I was so used to just flying in the roof. But I've loved having a roof, and actually the building is so tall that phantoms actually spawn in here at night. So if I'm standing at the bottom and I don't sleep for a few days, phantoms actually spawn and would kill me. So I cannot AFK in this building without putting myself in a box, which is hilarious to me. It was one of my favorite random things. So, and of course, gotta have a conduit floating in the middle. So that's like that's my like main base. It's one of my favorite parts of the entire area. I fly in and out of here all the time. We have some villagers in here because I made an iron farm back here. But I'll show you this section. So we have tons of beacons. As you can see, I have beacons everywhere. I've been able to get a lot of beacons and I love it. So this area back here was a starting point for like, I want to build something next to my storage area that makes sense. So we have this cute little bridge that I built on stream. I love this bridge. And I started making farms. So this is literally a bunch of farming buildings. So we've got mushrooms. We've got whatever this is called. Netherwort. I couldn't think of the word. And then we have pumpkins and carrots carrots and potatoes up here, which is just very satisfying. Just very satisfying. We go across the bridge. We have beetroots and wheat on this floor. And then if we go downstairs, this is new because I just got myself, it's very satisfying. I just got myself sniffers, so we now have a sniffer area. So eventually I'll actually harvest all of these and replant them so I have the flowers, but this is brand new. I finally have something to go in this area, which is super exciting. So this is like a path that comes out. We've got a little like area. So I have a fountain, a lot of decoration, which I love doing decoration. I've got like sewer water, like not sewer, but like water coming out from the building, which is fun. And then over here we have our axolotl pond, which is actually so I can get a blue axolotl eventually. I haven't done a lot of like breeding of the axolotls, but that was like the goal. And I love it because they can come all the way out here, and they often do. Like, whoop. they'll swim in and out of this area, and I like made it so they can't get out, which is super fun. So they just kind of swim around and have a nice life, and it's definitely nice to... This feels a little dark. It's very nice to like just have some kind of pond. It broke up the symmetry, and I really liked that. So the next thing is this building, which is very small right now. So this used to be the same size as the other farm buildings, and I ended up cutting it down because I didn't like how symmetrical it was, but right now I don't really have a plan for it. So I made it smaller, made it still look symmetrical, but I wasn't completely sure how I wanted to use it, so it's right now just existing. This is a building that I started on stream a while ago, and it's a building from Sea of Stars called Anstudulo. I never can say it. It's sort of French, or is French. So, but I started building it. I love the size and scale, and I haven't finished it. Obviously, it looks a little not done, but I'm really proud of that build. So that build, we started on stream, and I don't think I have a bed around here, otherwise I would sleep. But I like made this look like the start of the game, of this area in the game. And eventually, I'm actually going to make a walkway out the other side, because this back here leads to my brand new castle that's going to be over the ocean. So eventually, we'll have like a path going out the other side, and I have some plans for that. But for right now, this is just, we kind of started this and left it. And I think the upstairs is like just huge and empty, because I haven't done anything quite yet up here. Yeah, so this is just a big open place, but nothing can spawn, thankfully, because of how I built the building. So that's that building. I love getting to show off like my builds, because being a builder in Minecraft is something I'm like really proud of. This creeper was a redemption on stream. He needs a little work. He scares me a little. I need to add more detailing in, but he works. He's a creeper. Somebody requested I build a giant wool creeper, so here you go. This is my iron farm. Also, I love this patterning with the terracotta and the quartz. That's why I've used it in quite a few places. I think it looks really good. We have villagers upstairs. We have zombies scaring the villagers. It's a little bit different of a farm than a lot of people use, but it works, for me, it works exactly what I need. So I have a little AFK area. I have more than enough iron. It's running whenever I'm in the area. So I really like it. It's not super fast, but it does the trick. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Iron Golem, for proving my point. But yeah, so this area, I'm trying to mostly walk, but I want to give you like the bird's eye view. We've kind of got a few things going on here connected to the main path. And eventually I want to fill this area in more with things that make sense near my main base. So I love the glass roofs on these buildings. And then this was a April Fool's build. So I'm trying to keep it. I kind of hate it. I might change it a little, but I wanted to make, it's basically a circus tent. It's got pink everything, which is like the antithesis of me. I actually realized the other day that this side and this side are not symmetrical, so that's fun. We'll have to fix that eventually. But we've got a giant pink circus tent, so I want to eventually do something more with that. I'm not really sure what I want to do, but I may move the build elsewhere. We'll see. But then this whole area used to be a giant forest, and I cleared it all out. As you can see, here's the walking path out to what will be a castle. So I've started building this. I put it over the ocean. I have plans, but it's not finished yet. We'll see. It's going to be like floating. I have some thoughts about making it kind of steampunky. I don't know. That's kind of ruminating right now. But that's what you would have seen on my map. So that's really cool. So this is my main base. We are going to walk to, I want to show you guys the new part of my base. So I always fly in here. And, oh, and if you see the, like, acrobatics 535, what the heck is that? We have a plugin called MCMMO, so it's a little bit not straight vanilla. That got added by my co-server owner, and I've actually grown to really enjoy it. It basically gives you skills for doing things. So, for instance, the acrobatics skill, if I fall and land, I will level up my acrobatics, and eventually, like you saw that said graceful landing on the screen, that just means that, I didn't take fall damage because of that skill. So it's kind of a different way to play Minecraft. It gives you skills for doing things like digging up dirt, you get excavation, digging up stone, you get mining, I think. And so it's kind of an interesting thing. So if you ever see those skills, that's what that is. But yeah, so this is the bridge, which unfortunately isn't very pretty right now. I want to make it kind of fancy, but right now we have a bridge, which is nice. And the bridge, this is new, now connects over to this area. So this is a new tunnel that I've just been working on like the last week or so. I just redid my beacons for this area. And these are mini farms. So these farms will run when I'm in the area, which is great because I can just throw myself in here and AFK. We now have armadillos, so we have 1 million armadillo scoots. We have, and I also have sniffers, which is new for this server. I finally went searching for sniffers and we've got them. So I have, this is where we started off the stream if you guys were here. So now we've got sniffer eggs, we've got torch flower seeds and pitcher pods, which I've been AFKing a little bit just so that I can like build up my stash. No one else on the server has these yet, so I like want enough eggs that I can give them to anyone else who wants to play and wants to decorate with them. I also have, whatever these are called, cocoa beans. I have a set of cocoa beans here and a set of cocoa beans here, so I'm kind of like farming those passively, or not passively, but I'm intentionally doing that. We then have melon farm. We have whatever that is. Sorry, we have sugarcane, cactus, we have bamboo, and we have only melons now because it was driving me crazy how many pumpkins I was getting, and I haven't been using pumpkins for anything, so I switched the farm over to only melons, which is amazing. So I'll be selling those to my villagers, and it made more sense for where I'm at in the game to only have melons. So we have all these pumpkins if I ever need them again, and then I have just a few melons. So this is my AFK room for this area. If I ever want to AFK, I can just pop in here. Kind of got everything I need. There's a lot of little AFK holes all over the server. But I just switched to the direction of these stairs too, actually. So we have sugarcane, we've got bamboo, and this bamboo farm is one that you can like make the observer super tall, and I just felt like it didn't make sense to do that for me, so I didn't do that. This is my barn. So now we're doing the tour of the part of the server. Does your partner have a base? My partner actually does. My husband has a base on this server. Yeah, I'll show you that too. He doesn't play a huge amount, but he came in and played quite a bit when we all started the server. Like this tree is here because of him. He wanted me to keep that. He like took it on as his own. But yeah, let me do a quick fly around so you can get a scope of what all is here. And then I can talk about more specifics. So this is kind of, this over here is where I really started the game. So there's a lot of little builds going on. There's a lot happening in this server. So first of all, this path right here goes to spawn. Anyone? There's a couple people who play a similar amount, but we go in seasons. So like the guy that I run the server with, who's one of our good friends, he goes through cycles with Minecraft. So he's like in the middle of a giant tree build, and 2 of his friends who are married like also have done a huge amount of building, but nobody plays to the scale that I do. I've done so much more on the server than anybody else at this point. So just for scale and context, this is spawn. Okay, I'll just give a quick overview to some of the other people's stuff. So this is spawn build. I made it. We need to redo it. This is my friend's build. It was a village. Him and his wife have played a little bit on here, but he's working on a giant tree, which every time I come on here, a little bit more is done. So I do think he's on from time to time. He's got a couple friends who've been playing who made this giant bridge. It looks like they're still working on stuff here. And that bridge leads over to this giant city. So in terms of scale, these guys are the closest to what I've done. So every time I come over here, there's more. So they've got like a giant storage system in the sky. They've got all this crazy stuff. Like, it's really cool. They've done a lot of really awesome stuff. So they're probably the closest in scale. And this is a husband and wife duo. And they'll come on and play together, which just makes my heart so happy. Every time I go, like, this is new to me, this building right here. So every time I come on, they've got like a big city going on. Very cool stuff. I also have a friend somewhere over here who hasn't been on in a bit, but has like a village that he took over. Then we've got a friend over here who's been digging out a chunk. What? This is new. This is crazy. Okay, so this is here since the last time I came on the server at all. Like, this is brand new. Oh yeah, there are people, like, every once in a while people will come on, but most of the time it's just, like, whoever's on is, like, on by themselves. So, but yeah, like, that's new. So people have been playing. Like, this is all a big project that my co-server owner's been doing. He's been on other games right now. Then I made this. I'm actually going to pull down this sign soon, but that was for when my 2 friends got married, and so I put that up for them. But this is my husband's house. Our goat Jimly lives on the roof. This is Jimly, our child, Jimly. We love him very much. Hi, Jimly. Good to see you. But this is my husband's area. He really doesn't play at all, but this is where he hangs out. We have, like, we started this bridge to connect our 2 houses. I was telling him recently, like, we need to get on and do some building so we can finish this bridge. But yeah, this leads over to my area. So that's, like, a little bit of context where everyone else is. We're all really close together, but, like, this section of the server is, like, all me. So, okay. There's a lot going on, so I want to kind of try and walk through what's all here. But this is the server map, so it needs a lot of updating, but this is the server map. Thank you so much for the follow. So this is a map of as much of the server as I've been able to map. So as we were just, this is spawn right here underneath me. And actually, I'll go down to the bottom so I can show you guys. So this is spawn. What is federal? Okay, that's not related to my stream at all. I don't have any answers for you. You're welcome to watch Minecraft. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go somewhere else to ask these questions. We're gonna time you up. Please don't, I don't know what you're doing, but you're welcome to hang out, but not asking those questions. Those are not good first questions for anyone to ask. So this is spawn. I was working on a project here. We have some work to do eventually, but we like on our servers having a path that leads like on like all 4 cardinal directions to like give people like, this is kind of, if you go these directions, you'll find something. So in this case, I really need to work on this path to lead out to my friend that's over here. Also, this orange, I need to redo these maps. This orange thing is not even here anymore, and so much has happened that I haven't gotten. Like, there's a lot. I need to update these maps. But we have like, this is my husband's base. This leads up to, this is the Christmas area, which you probably saw. We have a little bit of Nether help. I'll show you guys that. I'll show you guys that in a minute. And this leads out to my brother's base. So this is my brother's base up here. So I intentionally like mapped out areas that I knew. I have like an ice farm, and then I kind of have my base over here. This is all of my stuff that you guys were seeing me fly around. This is where we are right now. So this is where the main map is. We've got all of my stuff is over here. We've got a giant boat. We've got the map. This is my map art that I've been working on. And then this is where our end portal is. So eventually I want to do a build where I dig out the end portal, like from the surface. That's a goal of mine to eventually work on. And then we have a bunch of people. So we've got my friend's area here. We've got a friend of ours started. I think she was elsewhere by the end, but we kind of made a path to her house. She was learning Minecraft. That was super fun. Then we have a guy started a base here and then took over this village. He made a big area. We had a different friend made a giant, like dug out this whole pit and made like a crane over it. Very cool. And her base was over here. So I like tried to, if I knew where people were, like add them into the map, which has been really fun. We haven't had a huge number of active players. This server, the goal was always to be a place people could come back to when they had time. So this is where we just were. This is that big area. As you can see, this map is completely out of date. I need to redo the whole map and get all the stuff that they've done. But this is like the big map project. So let's, and the nether portal that's up here goes to the nether roof, just so you know. So a couple things in here. These houses over here really don't have a huge, like, purpose, but I did this building design on a friend's server. Oh yeah, it's definitely more like a single player world with gremlin activity. That is very true. That is like the best way to put it. But we do sometimes play together if we can. Like we did the dragon fight together, and we do like playing together, but we just, we really started this server during COVID, and like people just don't really play together. Like my friend and I were talking about doing we're talking about doing a couple of server events. Like we really miss playing with our friends, but we also used to all live closer together, so then we would like do LAN parties and stuff. So this server kind of started as like, let's all hang out and play together, and became like, no, nobody has time anymore. So, but anyway, these buildings are like a style that I loved that I built on another friend's server, and I wanted to maintain that style. So it was like in a desert mesa area, and I replicated this style over here and then did an alternate version. So we have the light sandstone with the red roof and the red sandstone with the light roof. Very cool. This is my fake sand, which clearly this is a snowy biome. Oh, hello, bud. That was interesting. I need to do more lighting up. I still like, this whole area needs to be lit up more. Oh yeah, but this server's been up for so many years that people really do come back and like play on it, which is really fun. This building, it's not my favorite building, but the goal here was to take a 2-wide path and turn it into a 3-wide path, so it matched up with my house. So it's a questionable design, but it works. I also brought all my goats in here, and so I was breeding goats for a while to get, I have a screaming goat in here. Did I know that? Anyway, I was trying to get all the goat horns. I started the process, but haven't finished it yet. Yeah, it was definitely not a design that I would probably do now, but it's not bad. It's not terrible. It's just, it's questionable. But I leave it because I don't care that much. And I don't want to like redo everything I've ever done on this server because it's been a lot of learning over the last few years. But I also have ender chests literally everywhere, which is my favorite part of this server. So for context, that leads to my husband's area. Just so you see. Also, this is a snow area, and I decided, excuse me. I'm a good builder, all right? I definitely am. I put carpet on the ground so I didn't have to deal with snow, because the snow is melting where I put light sources and stuff, so it ended up looking really nice. So, so this leads down to my main path that comes off of my base, and this leads out. I have these flowers, which I'm actually going to pull down and reposition because, as you can see, the beacons don't line up with this flower. It sounds like work. Oh, yes. I probably actually would love to tear down this building. It probably will happen eventually, I'll be honest. But right now it's like, it's fine. It did the job. It was an awkward shape and it worked out. So it's all right. So I made these little flowers. This was part of a building challenge that I did for a while. A few people will remember. Anybody who's been here for a while might remember. I did a building challenge at the end of 2022. Whew, that was a while ago. Beginning of 2023, I got a calendar. It was all about like Lego builds, and I started taking those prompts and making them Minecraft builds. This was one of them, which was a bunch of different flower colors. I did a bunch of different flower designs, and I love them. I actually think they look really good. But now with the beacons, I just moved the beacons. I don't like how the beacons look with the flowers, so I'm gonna probably change this area up. It needs a revamp anyway, so I might keep like this flower and move all these flowers like out this direction. I don't know. We'll do something, but that's what this is. And then this leads out to a zombie spawner that's underground and nothing else. There's nothing else over there. So that area is, you know, ripe for adding things, which is exciting. Then we can come down. I mentioned this before. This is my barn. This building I made back a long time ago. A lot of the area has been built around this barn. So it's like one of my favorite barns I've ever made in Minecraft. A giant roof, very open air. I love the size, the shape of it. I often have found I struggle to replicate something I like as much as this. I love the acacia. I have plenty of space for my animals. I did a lot of decorating. The sheep are very happy. Like, eventually I added this area out the back that I put my pigs in. I decorate, like, this is probably one of my favorite barns of all time. It has multiple levels. The pigs actually used to be on the top floor, which is hilarious to me. But when you come in, this is the main entrance. I basically never use it, but it has a weird staircase, but I liked that I kind of could walk in, but also up. We've got, I think I had eggs up here. Yeah. I don't know why I have a bunch of eggs up here, but I had a bunch of eggs. I have a bed. I think an ender chest somewhere too. Actually, I apparently don't have an ender chest. Kind of funny. But then pigs used to be up here, which didn't really make a ton of sense, but they did used to be up there. So that was a really fun build for me. I also built this super early on. I loved the design of this. This is me trying to learn roofs, honestly. And this roof, I actually really like. Could they want me pumpkin pie or wither roses? Maybe. But, yeah. And then giant wrench floating in the sky. Honestly, just for fun, but now it's become a thing. So, like, once we get to 2025, I'll make the 4 or 5. So it started from 2023. I think it was another building challenge. And then I really like it. So it kind of just became a thing. I built it, and now I update the number every year, which is very fun. So it'll be the 3rd year that we have that up there, which is very cool. This path, I ended up making it go into this building, which it didn't originally, which is super fun. But then we have the giant wheat field. So this is all of my big farms. So giant wheat field that connects up into this area. I made this fun little set of fields that come down. So we've got, you know, all the different types of food, water coming down. This was a very, very fun build to make for me. Like, I got to think about the water and where it was to make sure all the fields were hydrated. I got to plan the fields in such a way that the water came, and then the water actually literally drops down to each level, which is really cool. I love how it turned out, and apparently something spawned here and trampled. So I'm gonna have to fix that. But very cool stuff. It's fun to see over the years things that have spawned, like a lot, which is fine. I have to fix things all the time. But this path comes down into my area. This is under this big dark oak building. Then we've got our big wheat farms, which I just adore a lot. I think they look really cool. We've got, I did some work at one point making it look lush around the waterfall, which was fun. And again, we have a bunch of wheat that comes down, and then this is where I really started my base. So when I first joined this server, I built this path from spawn and then made my base under here. I literally dug into the wall, started building underground. This was my base. Like, this is where I started the game. All of my storage was in here. So see the size of this room, and this had chests on the walls. This was where all of my storage was. There was a wall here, there was storage here, storage here. This was a walkway, this was storage, and this was storage with a wall. It was great, it was amazing, and until it wasn't. And then I didn't have enough room, and I was like, I need to do something else. So then I tore all this apart and took my storage over and made that storage building. It was great. Absolutely amazing. And so this now kind of doesn't have a use. So I have a, this here is so that I can check everything, but this is a like a super smelter. Really like it. I don't use it very often because I have a better one at my other base, but this was my first design, and this is when I decided I needed something else. This was a really fun thing. So if I throw my fireworks in here, please be excited. The water goes down. Oops. Ugh. Oops. Then this goes down to the basement, and there's a hopper system that dumps. Never understood why it doesn't totally work, but it took all the items. I could dump anything that needed to go to the basement because this was also overflow storage. So when I started to run out of space, this was a bunch of double chests, overflow storage. I had most of this full. That's when I realized I really needed another storage area, but I had even planned like, oh, I'll be able to keep going this direction to add more storage. Ended up moving it, but I loved this mechanism and didn't want to remove it. But that was a very fun thing for me. I could just kind of empty my inventory and then come downstairs and organize it later, which was very fun. Very cool for me. So then for a while I had the like snow golems here, but they keep dying, so I don't know why. This is where I still store all of my armor and tools, so any extra armor I get from end raiding goes in here. I really need to redo this so that like I have more space. I've really run out of room. Pretty much every chest is mostly full. This is still my main enchanting area. So when I need to do enchanting, I come here. I've left it here. I never moved it to my new base. I didn't really want it in my new base. I do not have a drowned farm. I know I have a million tridents. I do not have a drowned farm. I will show you why I have so many tridents in a minute. But I have like all my lapises stored over here. So I have a bit of my storage still here, even though my big base is over there and I really could move this. I loved how this was set up. And I have like organized enchanted books in here all the way up to like, these are Silk Touch, Efficiency 5, Mending, Smite 5. Like anything that I might actually use often is kept at this end. Blast Protection. Oh, I can't wait to show you our end. It's not as fancy as you think, but I have done a little bit of work in there. This was my original bee farm. This is the first bees that I ever got. I breeded them and then started moving them over here. Really fun. I decorated this ages ago. I don't really use these bees anymore. I have an automatic bee farm. But this was a very early addition to my farm. I love it very much. I kept adding more and more beehives, and I think I might actually have more bees than I have hives at this moment, but that's okay. I loved decorating these little end caps with different things. That was a big thing for me. And these were some of my first animals as well. So I have little decorations like this. I have my parrots who dance. That's it. That music disc is terrible. So I have my dancing parrots here. But I love the little decorations everywhere. So I have one of these here too. Which this is probably one of my favorites. I need to do some more of that. I started making this little setup here in this server. Now I use this everywhere where I kind of set up all three of these with barrels. Just kind of little compact, like throw anything you get in here. You forgot how violently parrots dance. Yeah, I love them. But this is my main horse. He, for a while, used to have all the horse storage in his floor. I've since moved it. These are some early llamas and my green sheep, because of course I need green sheep. Let's see what else. Oh, and this is my head storage. So on this world, we have vanilla tweaks, and we have the mob head edition. So I get mob heads from everything, and I store them here. So I have passive mobs. I've recently added like the sniffer head and something else. Been working on getting, like, I have all the bee heads. I recently got a frog head. I got turtle heads, fish heads, something else new. I don't remember. I got something else new recently. But I have all the extras stored in here. Now, the annoying thing is that because we've updated the server so much, we have these don't stack anymore. So I'm eventually going to need more barrels because things don't stack properly. But, like, all of these don't stack. None of these stack with each other. Unfortunately. All the different player heads and stuff so we've got a million drowned. As you can see, I have a lot of drowned heads, which again, oh, this is one of the ones I got recently. I found one of these guys. Bogged mob. They look beautiful. But that's new addition. And then we have the end mobs. Did these break? Huh. Whoops. Yo, welcome in, Husker. Hold on. I'm actually gonna go. Already tried. No, I haven't. I'm sorry, but you don't get to come in here and talk about that. Let's see. Woo! Was really terrible. I'm so sorry. Okay. I don't know why that broke. It probably broke from a server update. Been having a lot of weird people today. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but that's alright. We'll take it. Okay. I'll hang those back up. So, yeah, those mouths move, so I wanted to fix that. But yeah, then we have the wither mob. So this is how many withers total I've fought in the game. And so I've like hung up the fun heads and made a fake wither. I think that's fun. Then this is all the villagers. I've been working on villager heads, not really actively, but this is one of every sheep head and one of every cat head. That was a fun little goal to do. And then these are like illagers, which I've been slowly working on as well. So that's a thing in this world. I get mob heads, and I probably need to update that stores. You can have... yeah, that scares me too much. I would never want to do that, even though it's definitely true. So this is the decoration here. All right, let's keep doing... I'll do the overworld before I take you into the nether. Let me sleep. Yeah, this used to be like my main base. So this is where I would like always sleep. I have so many memories of this area. But this area used to be a completely different building. I ended up tearing it down and remaking it. And this is when the mangrove and the mud came in. I really just wanted something new, but this path was here and this path was here. So I like made the building fit with the existing paths. Love this building. Absolutely obsessed. Got some parrots in it. Thank you. I love this world. I'm like obsessed with it, honestly. But I love, and this is when we first got copper. This is relatively new to copper because we started this world right after the Caves and Cliffs update released it. Wow. The Caves and Cliffs update released. That was like why we restarted this server, because we wanted that world generation, which I'm so glad we did because it is amazing. So there was a lot of new stuff that got added around that time. So like I wanted to use copper because I'm obsessed with copper. And this building I love so much better. It's less invasive. My last building was like all deep slate. It was big and bulky and chunky, and it like my husband was so disappointed when I tore it down, but I was like, it's ugly. Like I hate this building, and this fits so much better with the kind of building style I like now. I wanted like a half upstairs room, and this is where all of my banners and banner patterns are. So I just added the flow banner patterns, but I got like snout and all the other ones. Yo, kitty, welcome in. So this is where I've done a lot of banner patterns over the years. So these are my, like, I made these banner patterns for my base. Like, these are my banner patterns. Like, this is for my overworld, this is for my nether. Like, I use these. Like, if you will see them around my world, I love them. They were my, like, I found them, obsessed with them, use them. So if you see them, that's why. But I made, like, a bunch of different things. We've got a duck. I probably should hang up more banners in here, honestly. It would make more sense. But we have lots of banners. That's my banner area, so I put banner patterns and stuff there. And then, what else do we have around here? There's a lot of bits and pieces. This room is all of my cats. So these are all the different cat types in the game. This is the only one that doesn't have a friend. Sorry, bud. All different cat types. I also have things in pots everywhere, which I love. And this used to be where I had some farms underground. I moved them, and now this needs something. I don't know what. Thank you. But this, I like this path design. There's a tree in the middle, which I don't know why I left this like this, but I liked these trees. Oh, I also grew all these trees. They're like vanilla tree generation. And I just grew them until I liked them, and then added like glow leaves and stuff, but it actually lights up this area. I can stand here at night, and I would only die if a freaking drowned came out of the water. It's very safe at my base overall. All right, what else have I missed? There's so many bits in here. So we've got villagers that way. Actually, let me show you this little AFK area. Oh, okay, so this is one, well, this was my main, like, whatever it's called. Furnace. This is my main furnace for a long time. Use this more than anything. This is my chicken farm. It doesn't actually seem like it's working. What? Oh no, they're making eggs. Okay. I don't know what's happening here. But this seems to not be working right. It seems like this may have broken. What? Thank you for the duck. Yeah, I think this broke. We'll have to fix this. It's okay. Yeah, that's refilling. I don't know what. Oh, whatever. I'll have to figure this out later. Whatever. Luckily, I don't have fire tick on, so that won't kill anything. Oh my goodness. That's not good. Please hold. I broke my farm. Okay, I might have fixed it. I actually might have just fixed it. I might have just fixed it, guys. Okay. Yes, the chickens. Ah, it's working. Okay, whatever. I just fixed it. I don't know how, but I fixed it. Anyway, that's my chicken farm. It's like my main source of food. So I move all the all the cooked chicken up into these barrels, which is just a little obnoxious. Though I've stopped collecting it, so I haven't filled it up because I will never run out of food, basically. But then we've got foxes. We've got frogs, which the frogs actually jump to the lily pads and stuff. This is like my favorite little like enclosure. They're so happy. This, I'll take you down there in a minute, but this is my berry farm, which probably hasn't been running very much because I'm not here very often. Oh, just kidding. Apparently it has been running. Oh, it has been running. That's awesome, actually. These are all full, though, so we're going to take 2 of these while we go. Yeah, this is my berry farm. I don't AFK it that often, but I've gotten a ton of emeralds from this. I learned that armor stands scare foxes, so it stops them from falling asleep, which is fun, so that's why there are armor stands here. If you didn't know that, now you do. That was a fun mechanic that I found, because my farm wasn't running, and I was trying to figure out why. What else is here? So this is my first main beacon. And these are my lily pads. So I have all these lily pads. So No Kill, you were asking why I have so many tridents. No sleeping? Yeah, get back to work. It is a little cruel, I'll be honest. But these are my lily pads. So each lily pad has usually grass in the middle with terracotta around the edge. This is was where I bred all my black cats, which are very cute. And where I also will grow trees to try and get beehives. So kind of fun. This is tall enough that they won't grow big trees, but I can get new bee nests, I think is what they're actually called. Yeah, here. So that was what this originally was for. And then I loved lily pads. I can walk along the lily pads across here. We've got a lot of lily pads. This became kind of a thing. I wanted to use my water really well. So we have a turtle farm over here. Turtle enclosure over here. Oh, this was my first copper and tuff house. Fun fact, this was before copper was as crazy as it is now. So this is like me using tuff before tuff bricks existed. Love that build. Think it's really cool. And won't change it, even though now we've got more options because it ended up being really cool. Yeah, someone's like, what the heck are these? We have the frog enclosure. So this is my frog enclosure, my real frog enclosure. It's got little, if you actually look underneath it, each of these are little ponds. But yeah, so the frogs can jump around. I made it a little it's beautiful. It's so cool. I adore this enclosure. The frogs can swim and jump around and have a wonderful life. I love them. This is where I grow my 2x2 trees. This is... Jungle trees haven't been growing for some reason. I have a feeling that they're too close together for jungle trees. Which... whatever. But this is my 2x2 tree growing area, which usually grows, I usually grow my spruce trees here. So I wanted a place where they wouldn't be spreading podzol everywhere, but clearly you can see they turned this whole island to podzol. This is my kelp farm. The frog enclosure is frog shaped. It's actually not, it's lily pad shaped, but see, it's a giant lily pad. A frog without a ceiling to... Oh, really? Oh, I'm glad I put a ceiling on them, but this is the top of the frog enclosure. They're so cute. Look at them. I had so much fun decorating this. They're living their best life. Look at them. Hi, bud. They jump to lily pads and drip leaf, so putting those in means they're constantly like jumping around. It's great. I love them. Anyway, this is great. They have fun in the mud. It's great. But yeah. So the lily pad thing continue. Oh, sorry. That's my kelp farm, which literally I keep kelp here and make kelp blocks. That's underneath. This is my kelp farm. So this is all glass around the edge. And I have a conduit down here, so like I can just hang out in the water forever. Which I love. I don't need to clear that out right now, but I love them. So then, oh yeah, if you were wondering why I have so many tridents, let me get back to that question. Because of this. Oh, I hear one. Oh, look who it is! We got our Halloween boy. I've died more by drowned than almost anything else in this world. Look at this! This is why I look at all of these pumpkin boys. Look at him! He's got a lit pumpkin head. That's super rare. But this is why I have a million tridents, because I'll just come down here and kill trident zombies or trident drowns. And they spawn a lot. So this is my drowned farm. You don't need a drowned farm when you have a giant open water area. I get a lot of... Oh, there's another trident boy. Oh, I see you. I also die by trident drowned a lot because they hit hard, man. So, yeah, that is my that is my drowned farm. I need to sleep though because I don't actually want. Let's see if I can sleep. Yeah. So, luckily, drown are stupid. So this actually right here protects me from drowned. So drowned cannot get onto this island because they don't understand lily pads. So they come up here and then can't get up. Very fun stuff. So I can AFK here safely, which is fantastic. Fun fact. It's very cool. Okay, so more islands. So we've got Mushroom Island. Okay. Mushroom boys. We've got, let's see if I can find the named ones. We've got Moosh and Meat and Mush. And then we've got Cookie and Brownie. Those are my original ones. Frogs are smarter than drowns. They are. Well, but we knew that. Frogs are definitely smarter than drowns. I got to use red nether brick, which red nether brick, top tier block in Minecraft. Absolutely top tier block in Minecraft. Hi, bud. I also have a... what is it? What is it here? Oh yeah, I have one of these up here for safety. Oh, we have the windmill, which, ooh, look at that fog. I have a windmill, which I built on stream. We have little like propellers in the water. This was gonna be my base. I like built it so that I could have like a new base before I decided to build my giant storage system. We have this over here is a cute little area to keep my other animals. So we've got my mule, we've got my horse, we've got my donkey, and then we've got a couple of llamas with like grass, which I just thought this was super cute. I wanted to use like banners. Like this is just like, again, me trying decorations. Welcome to your unlurk. I hope your food ends up being really good. This building, which actually now needs to be updated because we have a few new things that can go in pots, was everything you could put in a pot at the time that I built the house. It doesn't have anything here, I don't think. But like everywhere, there's a million ender chests, so I can always use ender chests. And then this is my spooky upstairs. Yeah, my rug llamas. I love llamas so much. But the llamas, did you see the llamas' rugs match the color of the banners? So we've got a magenta one and a teal one, just like the banners. Oh, I don't have jump boost here. And then as you can see, we have some themed islands here. So we've got a Christmas island. Fun fact, snow golems will attack drowned and will be attacked by drowned. And so all the snow golems that I put here kept dying. And I didn't know why. But even with this, where you think they wouldn't be able to see, they can. And they will die. Fun fact. This is my, speaking of Halloween, this is my Halloween themed island. So we've got lots of little pumpkins. We have my little golem friends in here. Fun fact, the bottom of a pumpkin texture is the top of a pumpkin. If you didn't know that, now you do. No pumpkin spice latte. I could do that. No, I haven't done that though. If you put lily pad, that might make sense. I don't know from how far away the Trident guys were throwing though, because Trident drowned throw from really far away. I was surprised, but yeah. And then this island. So I think I mentioned earlier that I was doing build challenges for a while, and this was what this area over here was. This is a build challenge. So these are different build challenges that I did on stream. All of them were on stream. This was January 1st of 2023. Oh my gosh, it's almost 2 years ago. Each of these was a specific day of a build. So like I started with this house. And like I made a whole area. I kept storage here, which I've since need to move home. Because I stopped doing the build challenges. But they had different prompts. Like a sphere. I think this build was supposed to like intersect weirdly with something, so it's like a circle, kind of looks like a Pokeball. You missed those? It is a fun process. I love doing build challenges. I kind of wish I had a higher wall, could use glass. I have thought about it. Honestly, I just got rid of them for now because it was too annoying to come back and find them all dead and then be confused at why they were aggroed. But yeah, so these are all build challenges. This one I built, this was one of my first ever builds that I did in creative, and then like took the measurements and then built it in survival. Like I like planned this out in creative and had such fun. I think I actually planned it out on stream in creative. So like I got to show you guys the like creative process. I might have done that in a Discord stream or something. I don't remember, but I love this build. I think it's insane and cool and crazy. It was a lot of fun to make. Got like a snowflake, giant tools. I forget all the builds, like what they were, but we had like a 5-pointed star. And then this was like, I had plans and I kind of just stopped. So I have like a car showing speed with the glass behind it. Like this got me out of my like normal building. So it's kind of a hodgepodge, but I have a big road here and stuff. I'd love to come back and do stuff. I built the TARDIS. But I really kind of gave up. I just couldn't stream as often, and I meant that I missed a lot of days, and I felt like I wasn't excited to do it. But this was build a Lego brick in like larger size reproduction. So this was like taking a slime block in Minecraft and building it in the biggest scale I could. Like, so each pixel of the slime block is an actual Minecraft block. Really fun build. Did that on stream. That was a blast. Love how it looks. Kind of a crazy thing. So that was a whole season of my stream and of this world where I would like come on and I like this roof. This build was really fun. This house build was like kind of different for me. Yeah, we've got a giant slime and it's amazing. But yeah, so then I'm sure you're wondering what this island is. I actually just recently finally tore down one of the things on here. But this was another challenge build. This was one of my first tower builds. So you guys are aware of how obsessed I am with circles in Minecraft. Well, that started with this build right here that I'm standing on. If you guys have ever heard of Gemini Tay, she's an amazing Minecrafter, and I follow a lot of her stuff. In her community for a while, her mods put out build challenges, and that's when I started this whole build challenge thing. I saw them, I took a few of them, and like tried them myself. This was one of them. So it gave me a pattern on the ground and said, make a wizard's tower, and it has to not just be straight. Like, I forget what the actual, what the? I don't know. Why is that there? Okay, whatever. So I built a wizard's tower, and for me, this was like, having definition, so it wasn't just a circle all the way up. I had to use certain things, so I tried to follow the build challenge, and like for me, this was a huge upgrade to my building skills. It had me try something I'd never tried. It wasn't a square, it was something different, and this spawned like the current era that I'm in right now of building. Was like trying to build a circle, understanding what a circle was in Minecraft, and like going from there. So this was a huge deal for me. So this island then became my like magic island. So I kind of, this was the start, and then this island had this tree in the middle of it, which I've since like added some more leaves to, but it had this crevice that I've left, and you can see the what is that called, rooted dirt. So this was like original to the island. The rooted dirt goes down to a cave, and I wanted to keep it intact, so I did. And I love how it turned out. I love that it's kind of like the magical center of the island. I built this gigantic mushroom, and then I added like light and the little spore blossoms to make it like all magical. It's got one of my first times using like white concrete. Like this was another like big upgrade for me, where I was trying to build a mushroom. Like this build was so much fun to do. This was a really new thing for me. And I still love it. I think it could be better. I think I would do it differently now, but I'm so proud of it because it was like using a couple different of the mushroom blocks. And I did that on stream. It was so much fun. And then this build, I hated. I still don't love it, but this was another one where I came up with a build palette. I was trying to take kind of the same type of thing as this, but come up with my own build palette. And I really wanted to use endstone, which is, I don't know, not the greatest, but I decided to leave it, and I wanted green. I wanted green and endstone, which I actually still think these colors go super well together. I think now with like copper trapdoors, I actually think I could elevate this build a lot and make it really nice, which I may do someday. But I basically ended up making this weird, like it opened up at the top. Here, let's go up so you guys can actually see. But see, it kind of becomes a bowl on the top. So what I ended up doing is building a giant amethyst sphere. So this was a huge thing for me. I remember I built the entire thing out of dirt. I have a picture of that somewhere. Maybe I'll post it in my Discord if I remember. But I made the entire thing out of dirt. And I decided I still want to do more with this. But I wanted the purple magic... Whoops. Hello? I wanted the purple of this world, of this island, to be like magic. So it's open, it looks so cool. I added end rods for light. Things don't spawn in here, thankfully. And I had a lot of fun with this. It was a hard thing because it is a lot of work to make a giant sphere. But I also had the magic with the glass coming out the bottom and tried to like make it seem like it was like taking over this build. I basically wanted to redeem this build that I didn't love and make it something really interesting. So I put when I finally got a beacon, I put a purple beacon through, and I thought that looked really awesome. And I still do. I actually think this is a very iconic piece of my world now. Like, if I ever got rid of that, it would be very strange. So then an update not too long after this was that I wanted there to be a... Why is that? Why is that lit like that? Where I fell to my death at spawn? Oh, probably. Oh. Yeah. That was one of Zambi's servers. So this area was a really good example of something I wanted to try a Minecraft technique, so I did. So this is layered glass with air in between it, with black concrete at the bottom and purple up the sides, and you can see the really cool effect. It's nighttime, which makes it even better. This was the first time I ever used obsidian as a building material. Really cool stuff. So I made a lake and a big, deep, like, river that leads down into the ocean. And I love this because I literally took it all the way down to the ocean floor. It looks really cool. So I had a lot of fun with this build. I'm really proud of it. And it was a lot of fun. It was really different for me. And then finally I got mycelium, and I made this whole edge of the island mycelium. And this is when frog lights started to exist. And I made these cute little light sources, but they mean that this entire part of the island is lit up solely by these light sources. So nothing spawns here because of these floating purple things. And this was a tree type that I designed this a little in creative and was like, I want a tree that's a little different. And these drip, which is the coolest effect. So we've got like dripping purple. So I want to make more, like the goal was to do more of this. And I didn't end up really spending too much more time on this area, but it's something that I kind of keep thinking I want to come back to. And eventually I would like to come back and like do more on this world. but on this area, on this island. But it was the first time I ever tried to do some kind of lore and kind of stick with that lore. But it has some work it needs. It's still got a lot of torches, but this is the microphone building. It has a weird staircase type shape. I don't know how I feel about it, but it ended up coming up like this, and you can kind of walk. I don't know. It was kind of fun to play with a design I hadn't done before. They're crying. Oh, it is. It's crying obsidian. It's true. But then we come down here, and this was me asking my husband, what should I build? And he said a pirate ship. And I was like, dude, I don't want to build a pirate ship. What are you talking about? And I hear a drown. He's coming for me. And he was like, you should build a pirate ship. And I was like, fine, I'll build a pirate ship. So this is my pirate ship. So I chose dark oak and acacia, used acacia plank or like logs, and made myself a pirate ship. So it's got a hold with barrels in it. It's got a ladder up to the main deck. It has a lantern off the front. It has even a pirate flag. Then it has a ship's wheel. I loved the shape. I started this in creative to get basically what I thought the bottom would look like. And then I built all the details in survival. So this is the captain's room with a little, like, you can look out the back. I had a lot of fun on this build. This is another build that stretched me as a builder. Okay, let's see. This was here when I started on this world. I built the portal and actually used it for a bit, and then decided I didn't want it anymore, so I put glass in it. So that's purple glass. And people don't do it anymore, but when people would come visit, they would try and go into that portal, and they'd be like, why is this a fake portal? And I was like, well, so this was a ruined nether portal that was like right next to where I chose to make my original base, and I've kept it because I think it's cool. And even the gold is still there. This is all of my skeleton horses, -3. I made a skeleton horse island. Look at these. Look at this. You don't need a drowned farm when you have this. It's a holy disaster. All right, let's go sleep. So they leave me alone. This portal actually leads somewhere in the nether. We're not going into the nether yet, but we will, I promise. But this staircase is super annoying to get up and down because you literally have to go up every floor around in a circle. So I will not take you guys through that. I didn't make a nice drop down from there, but okay. So we've got a giant, let me do these over here. So we've got giant lighthouse with light at the top. And then we have a Junimo hut from Stardew Valley. So this was a huge build for me. And the plan is eventually to connect my base up with my friend's base over here. We haven't actually done that, but I had a lot of fun with this build. Giant fields, giant crop fields, like all the different types of crops. And if you've played Stardew Valley, you know that Junimos live in Junimo huts and then they harvest your crops for them. So this is a little like, ooh, the Junimos collected crops for me. It's very cute. And then inside the Junimo hut, there's all the different crops, because I have actually harvested these fields before. It's a huge pain, but I get a lot of materials when I do it. So that was really cool. So I've AFK'd there a little bit to let the fields grow. This area I'd like to decorate more, but right now, like, I'd like to eventually make a path that goes up to the lighthouse and, like, actually does some cool stuff. But I dug this all back to make it flat. So this, like, wall was because I literally dug it, like, back to make... oh, also, under all the leaves is water, which is cool. So this leads back to, like, the rest of my area, which is fun. Okay, what have I not shown off yet? Oh, the giant castle. Let's go to the castle. Let's put some of this stuff away. So this is my castle. So this was not really a challenge build, but I hadn't really built... Yeah, retention wall. That's a good word. I hadn't really built a castle before, so I really wanted to do that. And so I did. I made four pillars and then built up the castle in between. And I'm obsessed with it. I love it. It's a huge success. So this came off the first bastion I ever found. I stole it right off the top and plopped it down here. Obsessed. This was a challenge build. This build has one of my mod's cats in it somewhere. Yep, this is Cal, Leah's cat. Cal is the best. But this was another big, if you ever want to know where my building skills came from, it was a lot of this stuff. Like, it was trying new things, and then, like, I decorated this really heavily. And I love how this turned out. I'm, like, obsessed with it. I still think it's one of the coolest things I've ever done. This was also, like, using jungle and walls. Like, I used wall blocks for this, which looks so cool. Where did that wandering trader spawn? What is he doing there? Hold on. That's so funny. What is happening here? He was just hanging. Okay. All right. Well, apparently the game wants me to show you my villagers. This is my villager area. So this used to be free-range villagers. Like, they wandered wherever they wanted, and it was amazing. But then they kept stealing each other's job blocks, and they wouldn't refresh their trades, and it was super annoying. So I decided to separate them and each give them their own job blocks, and they have a hole so they can talk to their neighbor. And they often are. Like, see, these guys are chatting. It's great. So it's a little inhumane, but it's fine. Okay. Do you have anything useful? Ooh, I will actually take the rooted dirt. Thank you. Alright. I don't think I need, like, too much, but we'll take a bit just to make sure I can get them all. Take the rooted dirt, and I'll take the... Should be good now. Okay, so we got a few things. I get to empty my inventory when we finish this project because I need to get I need to not get distracted. But this is my village. This has been my village for ages. This is my villager breeder area, which right now is actually full, which is good because I can do that. Hold on. This is my village, so we have... Oh, this guy spawned up here, like, early on, and it was perfect, because he was out of my way. So he just lives there and watches over the village. But this is the bell. Like, I literally would let my villagers roam around free. And I loved that I could do that, but it got very annoying very quickly. Because I also would have, like, some of my villagers locked away so that I could, like, keep track of them. And then, like, other villagers would steal their job blocks, which was super weird glitch, so I was annoyed by it. So all my villagers live... in here. And I started relatively recently in the life of this getting masons. Ugh, the best. That's why I use so much quartz now. It's wonderful. These are my farmers. And then we have literally every type of villager though. I think I might actually be missing Fletchers. But recently we got this guy. He's a new cartographer. He's the one that gave me my Trial Explorer map. And then we started bringing villagers. This is the castle. So I was talking about the castle, got distracted by the villagers. This is... Oh, I'm sorry that you had a patty blowout. I hope they're tasty, though. The animals are treated better. Okay, to be fair, my villagers were a giant pain. They were mean to me, so... Just wait, I haven't even showed you the prison yet. There's so much in this world. But yeah, this is the castle, which each pillar of the castle is like a special block palette. So this was actually before I made a guardian farm, which I had enough stuff to do this, but each layer has a main block, and then it's got a secondary block, usually actually a block here that's different. This doesn't have cracked bricks, so we don't have that. But then we have like a layer with a light source in the middle, and then like it kind of repeats. So like this is a great example. So this is blackstone, cracked blackstone, deep slate, gilded blackstone with both a light source and an extra block. And then and each section of the world has wait, why is that? Oh, okay, I didn't copy the... Okay, that seems wrong, actually. So these are usually... I might have done all... Okay, hold on. Now I need to see something, because I thought... Oh no, I made them all like that. Okay, so whew, I was like, wait. So this is like they all match. So there's a big theming going on. So this is the basement, which is the main area that I hang out in. We have axolotls, which they're being kind of boring right now. Why did they get stuck? For a while they were getting stuck because I didn't have air for them to breathe. I don't know why they're getting stuck now. Anyway, sometimes they swim, sometimes they don't. We have my mud farm down here. We've got an empty room. We have a mud farm, which I adore. If you've never seen a mud farm in action, it's the best thing. But they cover my beacons if I'm not careful. Which, that's okay. So we've got a nice mud farm, which has been super helpful. It's where I get all my mud. I use mud for a lot of things, so it's very helpful to have just like access to that. This though was when I've started relatively recently bringing villagers into the castle. So these are all butchers. This is where these go. We're coming full circle, guys. So this is where I bring my berries, and then I get a lot of my emeralds from here, actually. Which is wonderful. So I'll just do a bit of this while I'm here. Kind of nostalgic. I feel like I used to stream and come and do villager stuff a lot more frequently than I've done in like the last couple of years, and it's very fun. So, and usually I can get 1 or 2 trades out of them depending on what time I come in. So like you might have reset, but you didn't. So that's villagers. That's, oh, and my second set of villagers in the castle is here. So these are masons. So I really wanted more quartz. So I have a bunch of master masons in here, which this was really fun to set up actually, because it's been really nice. It's just been really nice to have a bunch of villagers like set up with a specific purpose. I've never done that before. This world is a lot of firsts for me in Minecraft. So coming upstairs, this is a lot less decoration, but I have my beacons come up through this center tower. Oh, let's go. Actually, we gotta go up one more anyway. Let's go look at the rest of the tower. So these are my other 2 towers that you wouldn't have seen from the other side. This one is mossy cobblestone. We got a fish tank, don't worry. Then we've got mossy bricks, mossy into moss, which I think this tower turned out amazing. It was originally regular stone, cracked stone with mossy like as an accent, and it didn't really make sense. And then I made myself a moss farm and like last minute changed this whole design. And I love how this turned out. And on this level, I match the lights to the tower that's here. So like this one matches with this tower. So this tower is nether brick, cracked nether brick, red nether brick, and then chiseled nether brick, which, it looks so good. It's such a good combination. And then like the light source in the ground here matches the tower, and like, oh, look at that tower floor. So beautiful. And then same thing around here. So this light source matches with the light source in this block. Same here. So there's a lot of like matchiness and symmetry that I love. Like look at that floor. It's so pretty. I eventually need to add a special floor for the treehouse to come in on the list of many things I need to do. And then we've got the one matching here. And the floor here I really like as well. I think it was a really cool to, I don't know. It's just been cool to like watch this grow. This is like the main entrance. I eventually need to decorate this area. But this here is my villager area. So this is just, it's kind of morphed into connecting with, like up in here through, villagers are in here. Like it's kind of all connected over time. I don't know, I'm just kind of obsessed with my area. Like I'm so proud of all the work I've done. So if I go back up here, let's head up to the top of the castle, which is this staircase. We've got a big bowl. And it's completely, like, I added glow lichen to make it spawn-proof. It's like completely spawn-proof up here. It's so fun. I love it. So I have a big bowl with the beacons coming out the middle, which is just so cool. And then the top of each tower, I had so much fun coming up with this idea. But, like, it's got the light source. It has, like, looks so good. So great. I love this castle. I, like, just think it turned out so cool. Okay, castle is super cool. Okay, this is my community build. This is a prison. I mentioned the prison earlier. This is the prison. This was a community build. It was, the idea was given to me by one of my mods, Leah. She's amazing, wonderful. And she suggested that I make a prison. And I was like, let me see what I could do with that. And so we ended up making a prison. And there was a channel point redemption that was there for a while where people could redeem to have themselves put into the prison. And it's pretty much done now. I've removed all the storage. I need more fireworks while we're standing here. So this is the prison. So first of all, the worst views, yeah, right? First of all, you could redeem to have your name put in the basement. So this is the basement. I'm very proud of this basement. So we have Larsik, Sora, Alan, Fab, Grave, Soap, Wrath, AJ, King, Zero Star, Mrs. Thing, JSA, Finn, Ray, Foofs, Shark, Mai, Pew died here, rip, Donk, Kemp, Callens, Spuddy, Panda, and Madare. So this redeem, I think, is now closed officially. Oh, bats have spawned down here? Aww, that's so cool. Oh, that is really awesome. I didn't know bats had spawned down here. That's freaking awesome. So that was really cool. That was a redemption that lasted for a while. Oh god, this llama just scared the crap out of me. So these are my guards. And they are wandering the halls. But these are my viewers that redeemed to have themselves put in the prison. So we have Thrice. This started in 2023. Didn't want anything in his cell, so it's just empty with things. We have Sora, who's here right now. Thank you, Sora, for still being a part of the community. We have Ice and Snow, who's my little brother. We have Wrath. He wanted some lore, so he's got some lore in his. We have AJ. We have Alan. And then Mac is a little kitty, because she's amazing. We have, and then we come around the corner. These ones took a while to fill, but we have Foofs, 2024. We have King. Oh, King was first. King first, then Foofs. And Foofs got, like, a big decoration. And then I put myself at the end. So, that was the end of that redemption. It was really cool to get this finished. It was, like, really fun to kind of have it be a community project that we actually finished. Because it's not too much. It's not a huge number of things. It was quite a few channel points. And it was really fun. So, then I finished the outside. It's got a wall all the way around it. And it was just a little island over here. I also have skeleton horses in here right now because I got the VIP cell, yeah. I put myself in prison. Must have been during your busy time? I think so. It's okay, though. We'll do another one. Right now, we just haven't had another idea for a big community build. Right now, you can put your name in my storage building, but that's the only redemption we've got for, like, specific things in the world. All right, what else have we not shown? I think I've shown everything in the overworld. So now we need to go to the nether. You're in the book. Yeah, you're in the book from the 12-hour stream, I think. I think I've shown all the main overworld builds. Other than the Christmas area, which I didn't really show. But yeah, this book was from my 12-hour stream. We've got so many people were here that day. It made me so happy. Look at this. Look at all these lovely people. I had to go into 3 pages. Amazing. And then we have, if you want to redeem to put your name in my storage area, it's this. Madare, Pew, Shark, JSA, and No Beard have all redeemed. So if you want to, there's not many people in here yet. But it's an ongoing, probably forever redemption. I can't see myself ever closing that. Unless there was a good reason to. But let's go into the nether. Shall we? Because I've done most of the nether work on this server. I'm the Nether Queen. And that means it's not great, but it's there. So this is my Nether area, which is actually very recent. So this is my new base. That was my old base. So I connected them and decided to make like a big open area that was completely spawn-proof. So this whole area is spawn-proof. Thank you, Tanisha. She taught me how to spawn-proof the Nether. But this whole area, nothing can spawn. It's beautiful. All half slabs or, actually, these blocks might be the only place something could spawn. But alas, it's amazing. So this is my Nether area. All of my potion making is right here. So this is all where I do any potion making, any potion brewing. It's all here. So we have all of my water bottles because this is the Nether. And then we have all the different potion types that I have. So it's all here. Everything that I have gotten all in here. Then we've got our potion making supplies, and then I can chuck things in like and batch make potions. So that is my potion area, super cutely decorated. I think it's great. And this is all still spawn-proof. So I have it spawn-proofed out away from my area. Now I can't really control the fact that this is the rest of the area. So stuff does still walk up here. It's fine. Someday I'll block it off with something. But I made this whole spawn area, so this was all me. I've had people add to it since, but like this is our spawn portal. This takes you to spawn. I built this cutesy little area. This goes to our end portal. This has like Bastion, Neon's Prismarine Farm, Trial Chamber. Like it kind of tells you where everything is. We've got Offshoot leads to the Deep Dark, Mining Jungle, Mining Desert, Jungle, Mesa. Offshoot also leads to a good Nether Fortress. That's where I do all of my farming. It also connects to my base in here. I have my base, then I've got my Mesa area out there, which I haven't worked on in a long time, but I made like a whole area out there. We've got like all the different people that are on the server like are connected. So like I didn't do this actually. My brother built this for himself. So this is like his Nether area. But he used the same block palette. I love him for that. But this leads to our bastion and one of the first bastions we found in our warped forest. Then we have like, I've got a couple of friends connected down here. Like, well, one of them actually, so I hate and love this at the same time, but I made them a giant staircase. So this is a beautiful staircase. I'm obsessed with it, and it's safe from ghasts. But it also has a flying platform. Oh, apparently it got hit by a ghast. Oops. But this is where their portal spawned, and so I made like you can fly up here. We have somebody else new added. I don't know who this is actually, or why this is here. Where does this lead, actually? Oh, I bet I know who this is. Yep. Could have guessed that. That's pretty cool, though. I'm glad they made themselves another portal. So it's just kind of fun. I do still pop in and find things that I don't know what they are. But, yeah, so this is our Nether area. It's a little chaotic. Like, we started this build. This is originally where I farmed for, I cleared so much of this out. This is originally where I farmed for, what are they called? The things, the frog lights. So there are frogs here. They're just little guys. I'd like literally pull them out manually and take them to eat the frogs. We have one of the people started their stuff but never finished it. But we have, so this whole path, like our Nether Fortress is over here. That was the first one we found, so we tried to leave it pretty intact. So, it's not a good flying tunnel. Yeah, ice isn't even useful. We're so close. So, it's been like... Yeah, and some people are super far away. Like this, there's like a wood... I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, I don't control all of this anymore. Like, this tunnel is super long. This person is hella far away. And they made it all out of wood because we don't have fire tick on. It's crazy to me. But yeah, we started being so close together that it never made sense to do anything else. So that's our like Nether. And actually I'll show you, I'm really proud of a couple things here. So I'll just give you a little tour of a couple of bits. So this direction, is two things of note. One, the big bastion that we found early on. So we have like 2 bastions pretty close. And then this is where my my prismarine farm is. So this is like a huge thing. But I emptied out an entire piece of the ocean here. So this is my guardian farm. Fun fact. This is my AFK platform. You can see it. You can see it running. It's real. I really don't need any more of this, but I had a whole plan for this project. All these are where the feet of the original ocean monument were. And I like had a whole plan for a build here and never did it. Probably won't do it now. But I can get down below. And this is the kind of farm where if I were to clear out the caves below, I could AFK it like down here, but I can't, so. Oh, that spooked me. That was kind of funny. But yeah. Oh, you actually don't. There's a couple farms that exist now that you don't have to drain the monument. This was such a fun project for me. It was a first. Also, I found a relatively close... Where is it? I forget where it is. I found a relatively... Yeah. Oh yeah, portals everywhere. I found a relatively close amethyst. Cleared it out. Because it would grow while I was at my guardian farm, so that's always fun. Oh yeah, portals everywhere, that's true. There's a way to do it where you like push all of everything into a middle portal. But yeah, so this is this was a huge project. It's not as good as it could be, but it's more than I'll ever need. I don't AFK it anymore because I really haven't built with it. But the big thing that I wanted to show you now is this has happened in the last 2 weeks. Whoops. Okay, so this path is brand new. Like, brand spanking new. Let's go this way. So this path I made, holy gas. Whoa. That ghast was terrifying. He just spawned on my path. What a big jerk. But this is my trial chamber. So that was wonderful, but that was a little terrifying. This is my trial chamber. So I created this portal. This is the island that was near it. I wanted it to be... I could have actually I could have moved the portal and put it in the trial chamber, but I didn't. So whatever. Gives you time to walk and think about what you're doing. So this is the way to my trial chamber. So this is the trial chamber. I'm not gonna go in there, but that's my trial chamber. You can see a couple of spawners there. So this is like brand new. Also, fun fact, geode. I haven't even opened it yet because I'm like, I don't need another geode at all. But yeah, so this is brand new work that's just been done. This is brand new. I told everyone where this was, told them how to get to it if they wanted to play with it. I've completely looted it from my perspective, but everyone else on the server hasn't, as far as I'm aware. So I'm hoping people really do come over and like play on this. I have four of these. Okay, we're gonna have to walk. Where's my ghast? Is he still standing here? No. Oh gosh. Alright, I need to not die. But this path gets me all the way home, so we should be able to just walk it. But yeah, so this portal was new, or this path, I mean, I just made. Unfortunately, I really would like to fly because of piglins and stuff. I'm not wearing gold. I'm pretty good at flying through a 3x3 area. But I only have 2 rockets. I should be good. Okay. Okay, I can get through here. And then we're good. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, Vital Heavens. And this is back where we start. So this is our nether area. So it's a bit of a mishmash, but I got myself some beacons, which helps, and this is my area. So this is back home. I've got a bartering guy here, and I've got my guys who never like staying in the lava for some reason. They used to just like chill out in the lava. For some reason they don't anymore. I don't know why. But I hear a big ghast. You can't spawn in here though. That was one of my biggest fears while I was working on this, is that I'd have a ghast spawn in this room. Never happened, but it was a fear of mine. So we have lots of other stuff going on. Actually, the end. You guys wanted to see the end. Welcome in, Jakaria. I've been giving a big old tour of my SMP, so we're right now going to go view the end. I need a chest so I can get some firework rockets, because I am out. All right, so we're going to our end portal. Happy Halloween to you too. I hope you're having a good day. So this is our end tunnel. Yes, that's why, and no, that's exactly why I have bottom slabs. You hit the nail on the head, no kill. So this is our end portal. And this is our end. So I created this. This is the void, which you can kind of see our end thing there, but if you don't look, it looks just like black. I had a lot of fun building this. We have some storage, and then we've got an enchanter, of course, which opened up into a pit, which was super fun. We're heading out, no worries, have a good night. This is our end. I made a path through it early on. We have fought the dragon a number of times. This is where we fight our wither. Then we've got our portal. This is all decorated, and it usually doesn't get broken during fights with the dragon. None of this has gotten broken, actually. This is where you can fight Enderman if you want, I guess. I was digging down this tunnel the other day while talking on the phone with a friend. just casually digging out this tunnel for some obsidian. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say we have 5 portals. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 portals unlocked. So we've only fought the dragon 5 times, but yeah. So that's the end. I wanted some end stone at one point, so I dug a hole, which I regret actually now, because I kind of wish I had done it elsewhere, but it is what it is. It's part of our end island. And sometimes I come out here and dig down the pillars, and then we fight the dragon and they come back. So that's where I get most of my obsidian. But yeah, that's our end. Nothing to call home about, but... And then, oh, I'm back here. Woo! So yeah, that's pretty much the whole server. I mean, my whole part of the server. The biggest things that I haven't shown you is... No, we don't have an Enderman farm. We literally don't have an Enderman farm. I'm not kidding. We've talked about making one, but we don't have one. This is the Christmas island. So I made this a couple years ago. Villager tool healing. Yeah, and oh, that's actually something I didn't show you. Well, I'll show you the rest of this first. So this is our Christmas area from 2 years ago, I think. I made this with my brother. I made a little candy cane path, a little present, a little Christmas tree in the middle. This used to have beacons, but I stole them back. My brother made this cute little guy. There's an ice skating rink and a little igloo that you can sleep in. We literally don't have I know, it's wild, it's sad, but we do not have an Enderman farm. We've talked about making one and we just never did. This leads from spawn. So that leads out to my brother's house from here. And I made this, a giant snow globe. I think this still I can get in with wool. Yeah, I left wool here. But yeah. I made a giant igloo. So this was really fun. This was another place where for a while we had snow golems running around, but they would aggro to creepers and blow giant holes in the landscape. And we were like, maybe that's not a good idea. So we removed them. But I heard a spider. I don't know where. Oh, right there. Oh, it's because I just slept, I guess, huh? But yeah, so I built this path. There's so many things that I could polish that are like, meh. We also put these down because we were going to build something here and then didn't. The joys of a long-term server is you're like, we started a project and didn't finish it. That's my ice farm. It used to be over here, and I moved it. Okay, this is a thing I forgot to show you. So I have, okay, it's twofold. One, boop, this line I forgot to show you. So first of all, if I come down these stairs, this is my original mines, by the way. No worries, see you later. I found this skeleton spawner relatively recently, which still makes me really sad because I didn't know this was here for probably like at least 2 of the years that I've been on this server. Anyway, I have a skeleton spawner right close to home that I've never used, which is a bummer. But I'll take you down to where I heal my tools. So this is, oh, there's a few things I didn't show you guys. But this is my, oh, that lava scared the crap out of me because I thought it was a creeper. So this is my mines. Like, this is where I do all of my mining. I already have a skeleton farm. That's the thing, is I'm gonna take you to my skeleton farm. So this right here is my main mines. Also, did you hear the bell ring? I made that happen. It was fun. It was a fun little redstone project. But this takes you to my first skeleton spawner, which is surprisingly far from my house, even though I have one right next door. So it just kind of exists there. I don't know what I want to do with it. But this is my skeleton farm. So I AFK here to heal my tools. This is where I heal all of my tools. Ta-da! Yo, Jaxie! Thank you so much for the raid! Let's see. Shout. I can spell. Welcome in, raiders! Thank you so much for the raid. I'm slow. Ah, there we go. Oh, what were you playing? Alan Wake Remastered. How was your Halloween been? We've been doing a tour of my vanilla SMP world today. No worries, Jakaria. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your lurk. But thank you so much for coming in, Raiders. This is my vanilla SMP world that I've been playing on for like 3 years, since 2021. So actually pushing 4 years now. So I've been giving a tour of like what's here, what everything is, so that people can kind of see it and know what it is. It's been really cool. So right now we're at my skeletons farm, but I do a lot of Minecraft here. I also play other random games depending on how I'm feeling. But I really appreciate the raid. Demonic Grin, welcome in. Got to the end of episode 5. Nice. No worries. No worries about raiding and running. I appreciate you bringing your community over. It's always good to see you. So yeah. So this is a pumpkin melon farm that I added into this area so that I could AFK my skeleton farm and get pumpkins and melons to trade to my villagers. So that's super fun. I kind of forgot about this. I haven't used it in so long. I don't really think too much about it, but it splits off. There's actually a lot in here. But yeah, I can trade those with my villagers, and I get to have a fun little cart ride home. So that's a really cool little part of my server. I really love it. I love that it's kind of like I can ride my cart all the way down here. I found this while strip mining. I heard a bunch of skeletons and I went looking for it. So, and then down along this path over here is where I actually still go strip mining. Like, I'll come down and hop out of the cart. That cart will stop at some point. But this is actually where I still go mining. So I made this. I can take the cart down. As you can see, where there are no more lanterns is where I've recently gone mining. Like, I literally still use this on a regular basis to get diamonds, deep slate. When I get bored and need to just mine, I come down here. Yep, there it is. I knew the cart would not go any higher, come back, and stop somewhere along this track. Come here. Come here. So, yeah, so then we'll head back up. And then I'll take you down this tunnel again to show you a couple of cool things. So this is my first mine. I ran into this big cave, which is why it turned a corner. Like, this cave was in the way, so I decided to turn the corner, which is interesting for me because I usually make one straight shot tunnel. I added in a haste beacon, as you can see with my current beacon effect. Well, now I have all of them because I'm closer to the top and closer to this section that has my big beacon. But down here, so I'll go back down the tunnel just to show you guys a little more of what's over here. Because I passed a few openings and didn't really explain them. So in here we've got just the way to mine stone. So as you might know, stone is hard to come by now if you're mining only at deep slate level. So I have a few places to mine stone. This was my first amethyst. So I can come down here and get amethyst. I have quite a few amethysts in this area that are like geodes in this area that I can harvest from. That's one of them. This is a tunnel that leads to the rest of the server. So I built this a while back. The goal was to have these colors mean like north, south, east, west. And so you would know that if you were traveling on a tunnel that had these colors in this orientation, it would mean something. But I'm the only one that's built a tunnel. It was a project that sort of got abandoned by a lot of people. My husband was actually digging it out. This is that same geode. And then I think if I come down this way, I have another geode. If I remember correctly, I think this is my other geode. Yeah, I have a big geode here that I haven't even finished digging out. This was like the biggest geode I've ever found. Wow, I kind of forgot this was here. I really haven't. Wow. I could still spend some time on that. But I just kind of have found a lot of geodes over the years, which is reminding me that I need to show you my, I need to show you a few other things here. So this is my moss farm. Also forgot that I need to show you this. So this is my moss farm. Let me turn it on. Glad to see it still works, actually. Super cool. But it basically creates stone, has the stone turn to moss, and then, like, breaks it. So, super cool stuff. I save it all. I don't leave it running, basically, ever, because I have way too much of everything. Like, all moss! Look at that! I haven't even taken the moss back to my house. But I have... Oh, yeah, I forgot I, like... How much bone meal did I end up with? Whoa! I started, like, emptying this out, because I literally just had... I left it running one time and filled up, like, most of my chests. And literally had so much of everything that I was struggling to, like, get it to be completely cleared out. I must have finally cleared it out, but yeah, I had a lot of fun building this. I've never built a moss farm before, so that was big for me because I love using moss, so I built that. I decorated it a little. It was cute and fun. Whee! So that's cool. That's underground. I kind of forgot that was there. I haven't used it in so long. Oh, and let me go down a little further. Down here, we have where my haste beacon is. I've actually dug with haste. So I've cleared out these areas. These half-slabbed areas are slime chunks. So I've half-slabbed them because it's super annoying to have slimes running around here. And then if you come, and also I have an actual slime farm, so I don't want slimes running around. I also have another geode here. Lots of geodes. But this level is super fun to haste mine at because you get all kinds of fun stuff because it's right where... Do I have anything in these? I like made this cute little area and don't even use it. I've got a beacon here. But the slime chunks are covered up because it's annoying to have slimes running around. This is where my slime chunks actually I dug out. So I have a slime chunk here, a slime chunk over here. I used to use these as farms. Oh, this is the geode, I believe, that opens up into... Yeah, it opens up into this area now. It didn't always do that. So 2 slime chunks here. I have my green beacon. A slime chunk here. That just goes there. I made two pathways here. And then this is my slime farm, which I have another entrance to it that I'll show you guys in a minute, but it's fun to go from this side. This is my AFK room for the slime chunk. Slime chunks. But this is my slime farm. See? Look! He's proving it! And then these guys, they actually haven't died, which is good, because I've had issues with one of my other farms. Where, like, they have been killing my iron golems. I had another farm that killed my iron golems, which maybe it's because I have these on the top. I don't know. But anyway, this is my slime farms. These are my slime farms. This is the collection for the main area, which doesn't have a lot right now because I'm not in this area very often, but I have a lot of slime because of these farms. And then this other side, this is 3 slime chunks. So that over there is a slime chunk, this is 1, and this connects to it. This is a second one. So it was a really nice find, and this is the collection for this one down here, which also doesn't have a lot, but it does have some. And then, actually, I used to get down here from my villagers, so like that leads up into my village. But then I decided I needed to make a dedicated entrance. The reason that there's slimes here, whoops. Whoa. The reason there's a little slime here is because I caught him, and this big slime decided he needed to join, and so he lives with the little slime now. This used to be all water. Actually, this is one of my favorite things about my slime farm, is that this gets lit by my conduit, and I can come and explore, and it's partly part of a lush cave. So not only is it at the right height for glow squids, so I can come down here and kill glow squids, which is really fun. So this is why I have so much glow squid ink. But also I can come in and see the moss. I can get my axolotls because they just spawn down here. I can get tropical fish, and I have found a ton of like ores, which I haven't even finished clearing out all the ores. So it's really fun to come down here, and sometimes drowned spawn down here too, but this is completely covered by my conduit. So I can just explore this whole area without drowning. I can get tropical fish, I can get I can kill axolotls for their heads, I can find ores, I can do all kinds of stuff. This is like where I get all my glow squid ink. It's the best thing ever. But see, lush cave. It's really cool. And this is a huge cave too. So whenever I find caves like this, I'm like, oh, I need a conduit. But like you can see, I haven't even gotten all the ores. Like there are places where you can see I've clearly pulled ores out. I've gotten all kinds of cool stuff around here. But this cave is like one of my favorites. It's right on the line between deep slate and stone, which is cool all by itself. But I get all kinds of stuff that spawns. I mean, even like, look, I haven't even mined this. And I, like, actively am, like, trying to save stone, like, redstone. But yeah, eventually my conduit stops. We haven't quite gotten there yet. But we do get drowned down here. But we have, like, it's just, this cave is so great. I think it stops somewhere back here, so I need to be careful because it gets very dark when my conduit goes away. I've gotten lost down here before and like ended up somewhere random, but it goes really far is the point. Look at that, more lapis. But yeah, so this is like super cool. I have axolotls swimming around and fish and all kinds of stuff. But also I've learned axolotls and fish swim into magma cubes or magma blocks all the time. It's very funny. Ooh. So, got more redstone. So I love that. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but one of the things is as you get higher levels of mining in my MCMMO tool, you also duplicate the blocks that you mine. So again, not pure vanilla, but I really love it anyway. I get interesting skills that I wish I could turn off. What if you had an axolotl? I do have one. Can I show it to you? I don't know. I don't remember if I actually showed it off super well. I do have one. I actually have a couple. Ooh. Take that gold. Put a light in there just in case. But yeah, since we're down here, I'll pick up some blocks. Why? I hate it when it does that. All right, so one of the things about MCMMO that I hate is it gives me, like, skills that I don't really want. Maybe it wasn't here. I'll show it to you. I don't know if I don't think I like, talked about it and said it was there, but didn't really show it off. So, yeah. Anyway, this cave is amazing. It doesn't really need a ton of explanation. You guys have seen caves before. But it connects to that farm, so it's easy to get in and out of, which is really nice. And I, like, cleared out a huge section of it to prepare for that farm, which is fun. So. E-I-E-I-O. But yeah, this is my AFK area for my slime farm. It's very cute and green and has slime in it. I had a lot of fun with it, so I can AFK down here, which is great. I can also sleep. I have a million beds. I always have an AFK area for every section of the world that I might possibly ever want. But this takes me up, and you'll see we're in a place we've been before. So this is just right. It like came out in a really good spot. I could make a little path, and it kind of connected up with everything. So for Kitty, let me show you my axolotls. And actually, I really didn't do this. I definitely said they were here, but didn't show this part off. They're down here. I don't know why they're not swimming around anymore. You can see the tail. They must have changed their swimming animation. They used to swim really nicely, but I've noticed that they keep changing, like, mob stuff. So they're in here. They just, like, get stuck under blocks. I might have to change how this coral looks and works, but that's my axolotl habitat. And then I actually also have... They're just little guys. They're just hanging out. Where's my staircases? I always get lost in here because I never walk through. Like, I've been walking around my area a lot. Oh, I can show you this whole process. This is all my favorite. So I did show this off already, but this is all still relatively new to me. We're like, oh, look! Ready? He's gonna sploot. Are you ready? Are you ready? He's gonna do the thing. He's gonna do the thing. Did he give up? Oh, no. He's gonna do the thing. He's gonna do the thing. He did the thing! He did the thing! Aww. He makes a happy little noise. He makes a happy little noise. I love him. I love them all. Oh, look. Picking up lots of things. I will never run out of armadillo scoots. Alright, so we can fly home now. Yay! I did it! Whole tour! Whee! So yeah, this is my area. Lots of stuff going on, lots of things all the time. So if ever we come on this server, there's now a whole video, because I'll post this on YouTube, of what's on my server currently. So if you missed any part of this, you can go check that out. But I think I'm going to call that a stream, unless you had questions. But that is the massive bulk of my server. The end, the nether, and my whole area, plus a little preview of some of my friends' areas and the map. So there you go. Now you have seen it. And I am excited that we got to show that off. Because I love this world, I love this server, and I'm really proud of all the work that I've done over the years. I have more that I want to do, and we'll definitely stream from this server and do some real work, but I've done like almost 2.5 hours of straight talking just about my world. So now we're gonna log out. I'm going to, ooh, spooky, find somewhere to send you guys off for a raid. So it's like the perfect little stream. Actually, perfect. I can send you guys to Tanisha because she's doing like her Halloween spooktacular. Plus, we love Tanisha. So, if you guys haven't been to Tanisha's stream before, I highly recommend her. Family friendly, wonderful. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you missed any of the tour, feel free to check it out on my YouTube. I will be posting it over there. And that is my VODs channel. I might actually post it to my main channel. It's just like a really cool video. It's gonna be a really cool video of just all the things I've done in this world. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween. Be safe if you go out tonight trick-or-treating, or rather, don't go trick-or-treating if you're old. Let the kids do that. But if you go out with your kids, have fun. Enjoy candy. If you have any parties, please don't drink and drive. I saw somebody say that, and I was like, that is great advice. Don't do that. If you're not in my Discord, please come and join. We love hanging out in there. I appreciate all of you so much for stopping by and hearing me talk and gush about my vanilla world. I'm obsessed with it. Make sure you save your points to put your name in there if you haven't done that yet, because it is so much fun. But go hang out with Tanisha. She's amazing. If you haven't watched her streams before, I highly recommend her. Full-time content creator, amazing hardcore Minecraft player. She's on her main hardcore world doing a Halloween build. So have an amazing day, everybody, and I will see you guys soon.